Namaste everyone, thanks for tuning in. Let's play chess.
Pawn at e3, pawn at f5, pawn at d3, knight at f6, knight at f3, pawn at d5, knight at d4, pawn at c5, knight at f3, pawn at e6, pawn at c3, knight at c6, bishop at e2, bishop at d6, knight at d2, black castles, pawn at f3, pawn at b5, white castles, pawn at a6, pawn at b3, pawn at a5, pawn at a3, bishop at c7, bishop at b2, pawn at a4, pawn takes pawn at a4, rook takes pawn at a4, pawn at c4, pawn at b4, pawn takes pawn at b4, rook takes rook at a1, bishop takes rook at a1, knight at b4, pawn takes pawn at d5, knight takes pawn at d5, knight at c4, bishop at b8, knight at b2, queen at c7, pawn at g3, knight at d3, knight at b3, knight at b4, bishop at e5, queen at c8, bishop takes bishop at b8, queen takes bishop at b8, knight takes pawn at c5, bishop at c6, knight takes pawn at e6, rook at e8, knight at d4, knight at c3, queen at d2, bishop takes bishop at f3, knight takes bishop at f3, queen at b7, knight at d4, knight at d5, knight at d6, queen at d7, knight takes rook at e8, queen takes knight at e8, knight takes pawn at f5, queen at e5, knight at d4, pawn at h6, knight at e2, knight at f6, queen takes knight at b4, and black surrenders.
Thank you so much, guys. Goodbye until next time.